Hey, if you've ever been frustrated or wasted a lot of time trying to do something really simple and high level, it's a pretty common thing if you're not working in it every day. And even for those who are in it daily, there's so many features and it's so easy to forget where certain things are. If they're not in your daily workflow, then that's a common thing. So High Level is a great software. It comes with thousands of different features. And with that also comes many places where they hold different notification settings so you get lost in a hurry. Settings for onboarding, settings for automation, marketing, payments, and so much more. They're scattered all throughout, all over the place. But in this video, I'm going to simply show you how to get set up with a simple workflow that whenever a contact is added or created, you get notified. I have set this up for many, many different clients, and I work in it in my business every day. And for people who aren't working on a daily basis, it can be a little confusing. So I'm going to clear that up in a hurry. Let's jump right in. So whenever you want to get a notification, when you have a new contact added to your account, to your Go High Level, or if a contact information gets changed, you can have notifications sent directly to you. So the first thing you need to do is make sure you're in the sub account level. If you're in the agency account level, you're not going to see this. Also, if you're under settings over here, you're not going to see it. So you have to be in the main dashboard, not the settings dashboard. Scroll down here and you're going to find automation. Once you click on automation, it's also the same concept as workflows. Workflows, think of workflows and automation as pretty much the same term. So workflows are different workflows inside of the automation menu item. So, and you can also organize them based on different folders or projects, which is really cool. So you can build a workflow or automation using the AI, but make sure you check it and test it. So the first thing you do is click on create workflow right here. You can do it from scratch, AI, build from a template, import from a campaign, or company-based workflow. So the great thing about this is that you can store these and use them. You can include them in snapshots, and you can build packages so you can have them ready to go. So once you build some, you can actually have the framework for them done and use them over and over again and just tweak them as you need to. So once you click on create a new workflow, you're going to come to a screen like this. Now I've already pre-populated this with some triggers. So very simple. First you have to add a trigger. So the trigger I have here is, I'll show you real quick here, just add. When you add something, you're either going to add a trigger or an action. So when I add trigger, there's all kinds of triggers. Triggers are just things that say when something happens, that's the trigger. We want something to happen when something happens. So the trigger is the event that causes the workflow to get started or the automation to get started. Okay. So once that trigger fires, then you can set up what you want to be automated or what you want to have happen afterwards. And you can have complex workflows. I've created workflows that are very complex based on the needs of the client or my own personal needs for business. So pretty cool stuff here. So you could have birthday reminders, contact change, contact created. That's the two that we're going to focus on real quick. Contact chooses do not disturb, or contact tag gets added. This is a great way to do some cleanup and organizing. So you can have, say you have a bunch of contacts, hundreds or thousands of contacts that you need to clean up. Well, you can go through and tag them with specific things. Then you can use a workflow to not only fix them or to maybe organize them differently or change certain things or add them to smart list or whatever. But you can also use a workflow going forward so that whenever they get that tag, they automatically get into the right category if something happens. So it's really endless opportunities to create automations to help your personal workflows. Custom date reminders, note added, different things like that. So triggers, and then you also have apps that you can tap into that come from a specific different app. All right, so we're just going to focus on contact change or contact created. So you can see over here, I've already added them. And another thing to note, this is not going to go live until you turn it from draft to publish. Currently mine's published, and I can turn it off right now, to be honest with you, because I'm fixing this one. So it's very simple. So when you add a trigger, I just added one, either a contact gets changed or a contact gets created. Now, here's where you need to know a little bit of a split here, a little bit of a nuance. So when I add here, I want to add an action. In other words, when the trigger happens, when a contact is updated or when a contact is created, I want to get a notification. Now, if you want to send an email to the contact who actually did the action, that's when you would use the send email. But if you want it to go to someone on the team or someone who's already in your account as a team member, then you would use this one, send internal notification. And there's multiple types. So you could have an email a notification which comes to, comes in here to the little bell icon when you first log in to Go High Level, or it also comes to your app, which is called the Lead Connector app. So your Lead Connector app is pretty much Go High Level on your phone. It doesn't have everything in there, but it has quite a bit in there. I can cover that on a different tutorial. But for this, you can also have it send a text to you or WhatsApp connection. So for this, I'm going to send an email notification to myself. I'll just say it's from my Evergreen engine. I'll just put my name on it. That way I'll know. So you can do whatever you want. You can also add different custom variables from within that's already set up within your account. Then you can put the from email. I'm just going to put go@egmworks.com. Select the user type. And you can do a custom email, all users, assigned owners. I'm just going to put a custom email in here for now. And I'm going to put Aaron@egmworks.com so that I get the notification. So then you can also have these other options to notify followers, contact followers, opportunity followers, things like that. We're not going to get into all that right now. You can also carbon copy and blind carbon copy. So I'm just going to put on here a Evergreen contact was updated or changed. And I just want one notification, either one. It doesn't matter to me, but if your workflow is different, if you need different workflows going to different people, you can separate these. You could have a separate workflow for change versus created. Sky's the limit. And so I don't need a template. I can just simply write here, a contact was updated or changed. You can also click on write with AI, and it'll do it for you. And so I'm just going to do this. You can also put in custom values here. I can use the contact's full name, and it will pull the full name of the contact that was changed. I like to do that. I like to have maybe their email and maybe their contact ID number, because each contact gets a unique serial number or ID number inside the system. So I'll just put that, and it'll put that contact ID. It'll pull it right from that contact. That's all I really need to do. Then I can send a test here. This is my catch-all Gmail that I've had for a million years. So I test the email. It'll say, there it is, that its email test was sent. So then I just save that action. Once I save that action, I'll go ahead and publish it. And that's really all there is to that. Well, let me save that. That's all there really is to that, so that you get a notification and to understand the difference between what an email trigger is, or an email action is, versus a internal notification. The internal notification is what you want to use if it's going to a team member, and the email notification is what you use as the event if you want it to go to the actual contact. So if you like this, like, subscribe, share, and I'll be back for more. If you need help, you can see my contact information down below.